И всем снова здравствуйте, мои дорогие друзья, подписчики, там мои хейтеры и хейтеры, кстати, и я самый лучший, да, самовоспроизводить. Короче, важно играть в ахуенную. Ладно, погнали. Кстати, игру я купил на замечательном сайте Рудбекер. Всем советую. Давайте.
Купить игру, она того стоит.
Сложность хардкорного режима на планере. Не похуй на стреке. Мне здесь нравится.
Кстати, если что, нажимай Tab, чтобы посмотреть на все выделенные предметы.
Короче, жизнь. Опять Fallout, ёп. Опять не так все. Нет, так реально.
Если тебя устраивает, просто оставь.
Блять. Ох, ёбаный.
Здесь ты выбираешь свой коронный навык.
Короночка?
Да. Навык, на который ты будешь ориентироваться больше всего, который больше всего прокачан будет. Я надеюсь, я не заебал этими звуками Дискорда. Да, окей. Короче, делай, что хочешь.
Ой, бляха.
А еще, кстати, самое главное. Попробуй отыгрывать себя.
Демоны ярости жгут зеркала. Здесь как дома.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Ладно, сейчас. Теплая первобытная. Нет. Или ячмену дернешь. Что тебе? Да.
Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby.
Вообще совсем никогда нет.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Ходит запредельное количество времени. Оно полностью лишено страданий. В нем нет бывших. О, еще, блядь.
Yes, it is.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Ладно, думаю, считаю с вами. Да. Как бы озвучу. Павлик.
There, no ball of meat, no light in the formless nothing. Just nice women.
Парвена. Ой, нет, не снова кома. Это чплавание.
I know you do, baby.
Ай, дед.
I know.
Плесника еще чуток слаб.
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Консул приехали.
All right. Nothing down to fuck all, borough.
Ай, начинаю поезд в село, ебись оно конем, блин. Хорош. Гляди, а вот я устал быть такой вот тварью, и город они похуямли.
Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over.
Это не был, парень. Плевал.
The song of death is sweet and endless.
А что это?
But what is this? Somewhere in the soul, bloated man meet around you. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again.
Жаждет идти по
It
пустыне.
wants to walk the desert,
Давайте,
hurting,
давай.
longing.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Можешь... Мать моя женщина, даже мне ж за шею, блядь. Мне же на шею голова присажена. Там внутри кто? Ёб твою мать, блядь, у меня голова на боку, блядь, есть.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth.
твоего
I know that.
алкоголем.
An
Домой приходит
ungodly
точная
headache.
головная. Помогите, люди, отрубите мне голову. А кто я? Какая тварь так поступает, собственно? Кто я нахуй?
A fiery streak
Ой,
penetrates your
череп,
skull,
глаза, это мне
trying to
глаза,
force your eyes
как
open.
ведь глаза.
It's a sound,
Это
clarion call from
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice Canadian motor carriage.
Ой, ебанушка. Это я, получается. О, хуй. Штаны будут. Слышь, рояль?
The window stands broken in its frame.
Разбит.
Cold
Ну, это
wind
холодный.
blows in. What do you mean? Assess the damage. How would you do that? What? The morning light hurts your
Не
eyes.
свет слепит
It's
глаза.
hazy, but you see the ocean
Снег.
and some war-torn buildings.
Потрепанные. прекрасная компания. Что-нибудь пойдется, блядь. Так. Ай.
This fan has two chain pull switches.
Это свисают два
One
выключателя.
ends in a tiny fan,
Одной
the other in a
один
light
крутит
bulb.
вентилятор.
A truly horrific necktie has
Stop.
somehow attached itself to all. Has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off. A terrible mistake. Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good.
Заполнил бутылку. Попил. Хватит.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it.
Опять умыть?
А, да, кстати, не забывай об этом.
Целый атлас.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Можешь.
Behold.
Я, кстати.
You have no idea who this thing
Ты же
is,
понятия не имеешь.
do you?
Хреновина.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies.
Пожалуйста, я себе что не обязательно дамам.
You liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself.
Давай, сделай что-нибудь.
Try something.
Смотри, в игре есть два вида проверок. Красные и белые. Белые ты можешь попробовать снова, типа, проверить, если ты прокачаешь навык соответствующий. А красные проверки ты можешь проверить только один раз. Если ты их провалишь, ты больше не сможешь их снова проверить.
Хватит, 10% хуй, я везу еще буду.
It's too late.
А, ну да.
Like an image on film, the expression
Печаталось.
belongs to your primary
Картинка.
motor cortex. It would take
Вы
a
прекратите.
minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it. Like the rest of you,
Опять проебал.
it comes from a bad place
Она родом из
somewhere
чего-то
in the past. That's all you
как и все
know
остальное,
for now.
что есть. Я. Ты терпой. Блять. Я хочу вырвать галстук.
This fan has it been consigned
Давай.
there as punishment? You reach
Да
out to grab
ёбаный
the
в рот.
tie. But
Конечно,
what's
галстуком.
this?
Что это?
Diffuse
Все
radiating
градируются
chest
поле.
pain.
А тут
Doom comes
чувающего
over you.
отчаяния. Ай, блять.
Поздравляю, вы сдохли в прологе.
Я умер?
Да.
О, бля. Я даун?
You feel something in your chest,
Чувствую.
an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left
Ползает.
arm, your jaw.
Ага. Плохо, да?
Very,
Очень.
very
Очень.
bad. This
Конец
is the
просто.
end.
Вот
Bad.
как.
All you feel is pain and
Пришли слабости.
weakness. You have to
Ведь не
surrender
получится.
now. We all
Всем рано
do.
или поздно.
It gets so dark.
Как тебе?
You don't even see her
Даже не видишь.
face. Like you always
Подумал.
thought you would. You only see pain. Cop suffers final heart attack.
Скончался полицейский.
RCM.
Вчера скончался лейтенант РГМ.
His death,
Внезапная смерть, однако, не стала неожиданностью для его
surprise to those
Он
who knew
пил
him.
больше
He
всех,
was the
кого
heaviest
когда-либо
drinker
знал.
I'd ever met.
Даю за начальник
Captain
покойного,
Price,
капитан
the
Птолемей
deceased
Прайс.
superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the
Честер
captain."
Маклейн, друг,
He loved his
коллега.
liquor, sure,
Шо,
said
как правильно?
Detective Chester McLean, friend and
Конечно, любил выпить,
But I
но
think
сердце
before
его
he
было
ever
разбито
had a
задолго
heart
до этого.
attack, his heart was broken.
Согласно
According
официальному
to an
заявлению,
official statement
это
given by
в
the
шагах от
RCM,
разгадки
the
дела.
officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
Который даже не помнит себя, блять, охуенно.
Блять. 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 Я просто...
Поздравляю. Да.
Там просто. Я бы ныряешь, сижу в зеркалах. Здесь как дома. То же самое продолжение воде можно. Рес Томас.
Never, never. And you can't do or grow.
Somehow, you know what it is.
А, это вас.
A mirror, hot water. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory as you slip abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Behold, you have no idea who this thing is. Do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis. Please stop. You couldn't stop if you wanted to. It's neurological. You can't. What does it even mean? What is the... Please promise yourself you are not... You liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself. Go ahead.
Ага, 3% победа.
It's too late.
Ой.
Like an
Ah.
image on film.
Победа.
The expression belongs to you, like the rest of you. It comes from a...
Ладно. Так же как. О, снизу.
Аккуратнее, у тебя 1 хп.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches.
Это пролог, ты не можешь сохраниться.
Блять,
Has it
серьезно?
been consigned there as
Да.
punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend. And the blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. The switch must be broken, because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporizing.
Молись.
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off. The lights are off. You swoop up.
Йоу!
against the tie.
Пиу!
Snap.
Я выиграл.
It's released
Плохим
from the
движением ты
blade.
выхватываешь галстук.
Warning.
Оба!
The necktie
Пес
is
от
no
лопасти.
longer contained.
Внимание, внимание. Галстук вырвался на соб.
What you have in your hand is a
В
fantastically
руке
colorful
галстук,
tie
выражающий
with
краску.
4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. If it's your friend, why
Ой,
was it
друг.
up there?
Чувака
Who ties their
за
friend
друзей к
to a
писаторам.
ceiling fan? Maybe an ominous, foreboding feeling fills you as you look at the tie.
О. 5 не ищу.
Не, тебе не нужно одеваться, тебе нужно вот этот желтый маркер нажать. У тебя ключей просто нет.
You hear a jingle.
Ah.
It says,
Все равно найти. Да.
Ну, ботинок, да.
Давай, открывай. О, нихуя, бля.
Hello, officer.
Открыт.
the young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Как подносит? Чайник? Вот эти.
No.
Явно есть.
There's only one solution
Вариант
to
один.
this.
Да.
You're a businessman.
Because you're a police officer,
Что вы
sir.
Втягивается. О, нельзя.
I am, yes. Unless
Да.
you've been feeding us
конечно,
a set of
правильно.
very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days.
Подойди.
On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In
Пойдите.
truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Че выбирать? Я бы вот
Don't be so harsh on yourself.
судить, так
They let almost anyone be a police
A
officer.
glib remark. Don't let it
Грозит.
stand. Assert
подрываю.
yourself.
перед ним.
Retreat is not a winning tactic.
О! Трахаться.
Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
Я стою на пороге смерти, опухший и смрадный. Даже теперь... Неужто никто никогда не оставит?
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
She puts out her cigarette. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Здрасте. It never stops.
Да, кстати, чувак, если ты собираешься проходить из Elysium, пожалуйста, не смотри.
Вот.
Отсюда.
Ладно, уйду.
Нет, не уйдет.
Goodbye.
Пошла нахуй! О, деньги. Реал. Да. О, разорвание уху. 22. Людей ложатся под поезд. О! Ботинок, ебать, дружище, нахуй. Что ж. Хоть и странные вещи.
Да. А еще, кстати, не забывай то, что вот эти кружки над головой очень важны иногда.
А, ну да. Ладно, я понял. Выход. Можете лечь спать после. Кстати, привет. Помехаем. О, хуй.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Очень ты. И бармен. Ахуенный вопрос.
Oh no, you're a
hero.
A real hero cop.
Герой. Подлинно греческий коп.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Am I?
Да неужто?
Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Номер у меня в отеле. Божечки, я правда это все.
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely
useful как вы сюда приехали, сделали ничего, даже полезно. Когда занимался ты?
No, I haven't seen
Нет,
you
я вас
around.
не видел.
I'm not always
Да, здесь. Дай глаза.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola.
Это детство.
The part of the world, something about it makes you feel bitter.
Это год.
Look, your buddy is over
Он ваш
there.
приятель. Театрская.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
А?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Прошлое меня не начал писать ничего. То есть закрыто на замок, объявление до 15 для адреса. Зарезервирован. Отцов. Автомат крыска. Бабка. Бабка, как дела? Здравствуй, Айка.
You shouldn't keep your colleague
коллегу. Это на мужчину. Кто прокинул? Помножить. Явно хорошо. Ящий портовый. Мужчина спит, появившись. Тем спущенный рабочий кабинет. Указаны звуки. Овальный лоб. Wild Pines.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Из руки.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have...
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime? Maybe who cares? Just rum.
Что там? Просто чисто.
Yes, you do have something better to do. Stop drooling over that stupid rum stain and go before it's... A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this. But...
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Концептуализируй.
Okay then.
Ладно.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Я не знаю, блядь.
Mm-hmm. So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not...
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is, he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job. Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job. You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence. After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gard, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Fantastic.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvia who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
Секунду.
As a matter of fact, I do.
Клочок бумаги протягивает.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Кто я?
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Ты бармен. Только что сказал.
She went away because none of your business.
Я ли охуел, блядь? Че я, блядь?
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
Открывай обложку. Дело раскрыто.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
Бесит меня это, я феминист. Просто я дотов.
Good for you.
Поздравляю.
Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
О!
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Ваша
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Я где? Понятно, блин. Значит,
Let's go.
let's go.
Not so fast.
Эй,
You
куда?
owe me 130 real.
Должны мне 130 реалов.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination.
Let's bail!
Валим! Треба давить кнопку катапульта! Запаса ответственностью! Такое ты не любишь.
No, don't listen to him.
Не, не слушай.
It's
Это
madness.
без...
Just
Говори с
talk.
Я тебе не должен.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Понимаю.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
Who does that clown think he is?
Этот клоун себя возомнил. Арестуй его. Что такое? Арестован.
Пожалуйста. Это важное пояснение. Если реплика героя без кавычек, это вот говорит сам себе.
Я что-то не так делаю?
Нет, ты все правильно делаешь. Просто первый вариант ты говоришь сам себе. Это твой внутренний диалог. А все остальные с кавычками — это диалог уже с персонажем.
Что ты? Никто не утверждает, что галстук именно говорит. Это было бы дико. Просто лучше его арестовать. Разумнее. Он хочет забрать твои деньги.
The lieutenant watches you fiddle with your horrific tie. Sweat stains falling under your armpits. He puts his hand on your shoulder.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilate. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Где же мне их взять?
Are you serious?
Серьезно? Получать за работу
You can take bribes, I guess.
Взятки берите.
I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
Это чтоб не умереть с голоду.
For survival, to pay
Для выживания,
me,
чтобы
unless you want to
заплатить
become a
мне.
hobo.
Если вы хотите стать бомжом, хотите, пойти на зиме, где больше снаружи.
Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer. If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
Я не говню. Хуесос. Это деньги.
Yes, it is.
Давай посчитаем, типа, копеечки.
No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real.
Возьму.
I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
He stands silently, looking at the coppers for a moment. His antipathy
его антипатия отступает перед лицом к тому, Ё, мои деньги сам.
Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
Тьма близит. Тьма, сейчас. Тьма близится. Тьма, блин. Тьма.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
Такая.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
Что теперь?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
Я не помню где.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
Удачи.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. In time or space? That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Мусорки заночую, какая разница? Бомжик-коп хули.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantage.
Полицейский и бродяга. Бомжик-коп плюсы может носить ее и не может. Бродяге не нужен никто и ничего. Не выкинет. Нет. Дома. Когда не придется. Когда больше нет. Я на черт, черт ты. Приперся, Гарри. Домой, позорься. Минусы. А разве есть минус? Серьезно.
Кстати, сейчас скажу тебе. Механика мыслей. Механика, короче, в чем? У тебя есть несколько ячеек, в которые ты можешь запихать конкретные мысли, после которых ты можешь получить либо развитие какой-либо ветки в диалогах, либо ты можешь получить вместе с этим какие-нибудь бонусы на навыки. Допустим, увеличение порога навыка для прокачки. Дальше. Можешь получить, как я и говорил, развитие в конкретной ветке диалога, что ты, кстати, можешь даже скоро заценить. В общем, это важная механика, и за очки навыков ты можешь увеличивать пул своих мыслей. Пока ты их изучаешь, идет время. Когда время закончится, ты получаешь вот эти самые бонусы. Ну, то есть ты просто типа ходишь по карте и думаешь об этом. Вот так.
Я понял. Правильно думаю. Серьезно, ходишь.
Там просто деньги лежат. В этой комнате, в которую ты не можешь зайти.
Хотели лимит пачки, ну? Наркотики повышают лимит. Да. Да, игра, а не реальная жизнь. Хуйня ебаная, блядь. Чё, ёпта, повелись? Ой, бля, крокодиловые. Можно было...
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Маша пальцы. Закон это я. Привет. Блять, я хочу это.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Можно тебе задать вопрос?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
Если не про книги.
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling, but she's cold.
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
О, фигня, тебе надо-то. О, нихуя, бля. Части хуй.
По факту.
Потому что там специализация будет. Какое это твое...
Да не только, в принципе, навыки.
Даже если ты... Нужно хоть. Программа школ, да, полная хуй. И тянуть ее. Это грустно. Блядь, запихи. Поиграю. Какое это ваша школа? Хип-хоп рэп, это я.
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
Ну, наша. Это больше желтый дом на Буги Стрит. Что к нему ответить?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed. Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Ладно, не пора. Это книга. 5. Про паштета. Блять, паштет. Эта книга не очень понятна. Шка требуется даже для того, чтобы... Спасибо. Свободе способ. О чем я сейчас думаю, О чем я думаю, блин? О чем я думаю?
Блин, это, кстати, интересно смотреть чужое прохождение, потому что я замечаю очень много деталей, которые потом можно будет отсылать. Кайф, это такой кайф.
Подписывайтесь на мой канал, пожалуйста, ставьте лайки, блядь, и дизлайки тоже.
Кто это не делает, тот вообще лох ебаный чмо.
Не надо так. Просто...
Ладно, просто чмо не.
Я просто...
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere. Like rows and rows of Hyundai blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyundai and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyundai. Return to Hyundai. And the solipsistic. Man from Hyundai and the Hyundai man. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hyundai novels. Nothing of interest. Only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
Расскажите. Человек из Хенделя. Очень популярная приключенческая серия. В этих книгах сплошная жестокость и аморальность. Чего они так популярны? Кровь и насилие, голые женщины, грандиозные сюжеты, всякая мистика у него. Для тех, кому ничего делать и не... там, короче, книги GTA...
Это Клинтон. Ну, это женщина Клинтон.
Что понял? Наконец-то хоть кто-то соображает. Это он купил. Там же говорят, не судите книгу по обложке. Если будешь смотреть эту серию, я Хенделермани. Человек из Хенделя.
Короче, прикол просто Клинтон серьезно... Короче, пытался запретить в США GTA. Ладно. Клинтон это она еще. По факту.
Yes?
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it.
Поверить в это. По-моему, это правда.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
Вообще ничего, ёпта, вообще только что сейчас сам мне рассказал.
Do you want me to brief you?
Провести.
Брифинг — это тема, когда тебе просто вводят, ну, допустим, брифинг на задание. Да, вводят суть дела.
О, что это за игрушка?
Костя съебался нахуй.
Чё, блядь, за негатив?
Даня, бань его, бань!
Хорошо, сейчас забаню. Вы вообще-то мешаете записи видео. Уходите.
Спасибо. Мог просто замутить. Хейтеру. давай брифинг.
3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Я понял.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. Good.
Видишь, что ты за мной ходишь.
A small mountain of colorful
Большая гора из ярких коробок с
There are
настольными
numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by rural-related merchandise. An endless variety of source books, law books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium. Second, there's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Catawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books? There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition mega setting supplements module. The side panel notes a fantastic adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition mega setting supplement, so it makes sense.
Wonderful board games. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of the Cylinder, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Даже у меня дети.
Then don't.
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real. Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them though.
Ну, типа, мне не нравится, но купи, позже.
Ну.
set of tattered
Путь в
curtains
другую комнату
blocking the way
перегорожен.
to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer.
Извините,
The
офицер.
back room is strictly for employees only.
Алло.
Так ты же закон.
Про ничего. Такого.
Да, мне кажется, ты закон. Да. А, да, что хочешь?
Законный представитель, но не сам закон.
Да ебаный в рот, что ты все портишь?
Трахать.
Ладно.
Я ее прохождение.
Да я не я прикалываюсь.
Прайма, а что за навесками?
Now please
Его,
go back
прошу.
to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges. Inhabitants of Elysium, the Seminine Islands, aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut. These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. Shelves filled crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf? You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick shelves filled to the brim with crime. The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz by one Cecilia. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the... Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other. Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruin.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long.
Слишком.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the south, Ozon, Laurentide, Fas Alamer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands. All just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou. In a bookstore, it's you. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Gram is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seo is the west azimuth.
Важно сказать не Самара, а Самара.
Самара, блядь. Какое это имя?
Согласен.
Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods. But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you. And perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer dust. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the river Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol, Houdon. It's somewhere to live, not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Faubourg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. You feel you're just west of Coal City, somewhere above Jamrock and close to Coal City.
Уважаемая, могу я купить эти карты?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, they're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Есть.
That old thing? It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came from when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new...
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
They didn't get that far. For some reason. A shame, the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Тебе 50 не хватает.
Жопой, блин. Там делать.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid help. Various paranatural books still litter the shelf.
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom's not for free. I can't have you end up like opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Фашисты — это чудо. В магазине романов и биографий.
My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck, in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
А? А, так я думал, у тебя режим стримера включен.
Я услышал.
А. Не, я просто, блядь, проверял, короче, я не эту кнопку нажимал.
Идите мне делать.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Wonderful.
Yes,
did you talk to her? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Золотая обычно. Реально.
Реально.
Я скажу, бля.
Mind your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
Denial is the way she copes with criticism. The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go, get back there. The books await you.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
А, я думаю.
Escape сохранить.
Ладно, короче.
Перед тем, как ты закончишь, хотел еще кое-что важное сказать. Смотри, ты же помнишь вот эти диалоги твоих навыков во время диалога с персонажем? Дело в том, что во время диалога происходят постоянно мини-проверки, которые ты не видишь. Они просто, автоматически проходят, и в зависимости от количества твоего навыка, очевидно, у тебя больше шансов получить тот или иной диалог от какой-то либо мысли. Диалога твоего, этого навыка. Короче, вот. Чем более, просто, да. Там их очень много. Там их дохуя, блядь. Я посмотрел одну ветку диалога, там их, блядь, около 1000.
Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой.
Чувак, там пиздец просто.
Ладно. Охуительная игра. Где там? Пальцы вверх. Комментарии пишите. Запинаюсь там. Ой, ты сказал там вот это, а там написано вот это. Да.
Подписывайтесь на лайк, ставьте комментарии.
Да.
Всем пока, всем пока, всем пока. Всем пока, всем пока, всем пока.